Hey everybody, and welcome to the BullSheepParty. And in this one we're gonna be taking a close look at the new Honda S2000. I mean the Dinka RT3000. And first we're gonna be buying it, and then we're gonna be reviewing it. All the exterior, the interior, the way it customizes, performs, and all that good stuff in Los Santos Customs. And finally, we are gonna be drifting it because, spoiler alert, this is the best drifting vehicle of the entire DLC. But more on that in a bit. For now, let's just wait for the car to get delivered. Well, that was fast. And just like I do in every video, I'm gonna start with a 360 around the exterior of the vehicle, while I shoot a couple of facts your way. As I already said, this vehicle is based on the real-world Honda S2000. And just like it has 2 doors and 2 seats, meaning only 2 people can ride in it at the same time. And in case you were wondering, it's a part of the sports car category in GTA Online. And as far as interactivity goes, this is the level of interactivity you can expect from it. You can open both doors, the hood, and the trunk. And just like every vehicle so far that I've seen released in this DLC, there is great attention to detail when it comes to the engines of these vehicles. And actually, all in all, I gotta say I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing here, but the best is yet to come. If you've seen my videos before, you know that I'm a sucker for... Wait, that's not right. Anyways, you know that I'm a sucker for a convertible. And I'm very happy to say that the RT3000 is a convertible. And no, that's not a put on, I'm really this excited about it. So with the exterior done, let's jump inside and see what the interior looks like with the opened hood. And honestly, nothing special here. Except that the hood is opened, but other than that, nah. As for the way the car sounds, it's not bad, but it's not great. But that's not its best feature. And with that, we're off to do our scientific test to see what type of drivetrain this vehicle has. My money's on a rear-wheel drive, but let's see. And no surprises here, the RT3000 is in fact a rear-wheel drive vehicle. And I'm sure most of you are probably noticing the absurd amount of tire smoke. And yes, this is the stock version of this. It gets only better from here, believe me. And as we start making our way to Los Santos Customs, I'm gonna be sharing with you my thoughts of the stock version of the RT3000. First off, speed. It's not bad, it's not great though, especially compared to other vehicles in its class. Secondly, brakes. They are pretty much non-existent. Handling is kinda predictable and it's actually very fun. But the thing that makes this vehicle an incredible drifting machine is this, the handling. And also whoops. But as you will see by the end of the video, this is gonna become the ultimate drifting machine. Which I know is not apparent right now. Right now all you're seeing is a slidey car. But believe me, everything will change when we fully upgrade this beast and put on sleek tires at the car meet. But everything in good time. For now, I just need to escape the police and get to Los Santos Customs. And I gotta say, this was my first time driving this vehicle and I was very pleasantly surprised by what I got. It does feel very faithful to the original, I think. That one too had horrible brakes. Or so I've been told. Anyways, as we're nearing Los Santos Customs, I can't help but feel excited about the customization options we're gonna see there. What craziness is in store for us, because as you guys probably know, this is one of the most modified vehicles of all time. The S2000, that is. And if that translates in being able to customize it in GTA, then I'm a very excited boy. And as always, the first thing we're gonna do is upgrade all the performance options up front, and this way I won't forget anything at the end. And it also allows me to skim over the customization and see what I'm in for. And what I can see so far, we have a pretty standard assortment of customization compared to other vehicles that I've seen from the same DLC. But who knows, maybe this is gonna be the new king of customization in GTA Online. Let's see. Starting with the bumpers. And oh, what do we have here? We can remove the front bumper entirely. That's so cool. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. As for the rear bumper, you can remove that one as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first vehicle in GTA Online that actually allows you to remove the bumpers. This is so cool and it really makes me feel like the car is my own. And in case you're not paying attention to the traction bar, no, it does not increase or decrease regardless of which option you go with. It's only cosmetic. And speaking of cosmetic customization options, you can change a lot of things about the engine, just like you could on any other vehicle released in this DLC. And as I've said before, this isn't for me, but I can definitely see people being excited about this, especially if you're into car meets. Me? I'm more of a solo player myself. Bullshit, does that mean you don't have any friends? Shut up! You don't have friends. Idiot. But back to the vehicle that we're reviewing, these are all the exhausts you can choose from. As for me, the philosophy is the same as before. More exhaust, more better. Also known as Je m'appelle if you're French. Bye bye French viewer. Good having you. And the next option we're gonna tackle are the fenders, and I'm really excited to see that you can actually remove the fenders as well. At the end of this, I'm gonna have a seat, 4 wheels and an engine. Oh, and a convertible soft top. And let's see now, you can also modify the grille, and because we removed the front bumper, you can see it a lot better than you would otherwise. But that's not for me, so let's go ahead and see what you can do with the hood. Okay, so you can remove the hood, no surprises there, considering everything else we could remove on the vehicle. And yes, I know I could have gone with the transparent hood, but that one was $12,000. And like most things in life, I am not made of money. And speaking of not being made of money, here are all the customization options for the interior of the vehicle, which I personally think it's a, well, waste of money and of time, but to each his own, I guess. And you have the same assortment of seats that you can choose from in any other vehicle released in this DLC, so no surprises here. And the same can be said about the steering wheels. All steering wheels are the same as other vehicles in the DLC. And next up we have the livery option. Hooray! I hate liveries. But since I am making a review video, here are all the liveries, or at least half of them, that you're able to choose from. And I gotta say, as far as liveries go, they're not horrible, but they're not great either. But what is great is the carbon racing mirrors option. Another thing that's great is being able to change the license plate, never mind. And even though this vehicle is perfect the way it is, being a convertible, you can also go for a classic hardtop and too many other roof options that Rockstar just decided to put in. And next up we have an interesting one because we already customized the bumper, but now we can add a splitter on. Those are usually attached to the front bumper, so I find it really curious that Rockstar decided to make its own separate category for the splitters. And here is the only visual customization that actually has some impact on the performance of the vehicle, the spoiler. And we're done with that. And next up we have the suspension option, and since we don't have a front bumper, the competition suspension actually looks pretty decent. And one thing that I forgot to check on the other video reviews that I've done for vehicles released in this DLC is to see if you can change the tires to sleeks in Los Santos Customs, but apparently that's not the case, so forget I said anything. We don't have any side or rear windows, so we're gonna be saving $1,500. And next up we are gonna respray the vehicle. And even though in my opinion it looks great white, I decided to go with a more provocative color. That's right. Made it purple. No, I made it red. Oh no, I spoiled the video for you. Please forgive me. Anyway, after I chose red, I decided to go for a secondary color, and I was very surprised that I actually had a secondary color. Anyways, I decided to go with something that's gonna contrast the red, so I think I went with something dark. Oh, never mind, I'm gonna make it brown. And also I'm gonna make the interior brown, cause why not? I mean, it doesn't have bumpers or fenders, so how bad can it be? But no, joking aside, I actually like how this one turned out. I'm definitely not gonna mistake it for anybody else's. And at the end of the day, I think that's what customizing is all about. Making a specific vehicle your own, so you're able to find it easier. Or at least that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And here we are finally outside after customizing the vehicle, and let's see what we did. Oh my god, it looks different under sunlight. Anyways, we did what customization we can do, and now let's see how the vehicle's performance has improved. Or deproved? Decreased? Gotten worse. But no, it hasn't gotten worse. Actually, the acceleration is better, the handling is better, the brakes are a little bit better, and the traction is still the same. Which isn't bad, because this is supposed to be a fun vehicle, I think. It actually has so much power that it's sliding around. And by the way, at this point I was convinced that I had the sleek tires on, but spoiler, I didn't. But that's just how slippery the vehicle felt. Anyways, to make a long video short, too late, I went to the car meet and actually put on the sleek tires on this. And in case you're wondering, the low grip tires cost $500 and are only available for purchase when you go to the car meet. which kinda sucks, but whatever. Anyways, I put on the sleek tires and then I went on a test drive with my newly sleeked RT3000. And you know what happened? To put it simply, magic. With the low grip tires, this is an incredible vehicle that you need to try for yourself. As I said earlier, I've driven most of the vehicles released in this DLC, and this is by far the most fun I've had drifting with one. And it's even somewhat effortless. It just makes sense when drifting with the RT3000 with the sleek tires. So, to answer the question, is this vehicle worth it? I would say yes, absolutely, if you want it for drifting. I can honestly say that I've never had this much fun drifting in GTA. So, if you're into that, you owe it to yourself to get this vehicle and try this out. And with that, we are gonna be ending the video. Hopefully, you liked what you saw. It was at least a little bit informative, and if that's the case, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you're not, go and tell your friends to subscribe as well. We need more subscribers. Anyhow, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Whee! Oh.